What's up guys, Jackson Hunter here with a review of Erect On Demand. This is a new program that's been put out by Josh Harding, so let's take a look. Now here's what you're going to discover in this review. What is the Erect On Demand program? Who created the course and what you should know about them? Our verdict, we're going to give you the good, the bad, the bottom line. Who is it a good fit for and who is it not a good fit for? How does the program work? We're going to give you an inside look at the private members area for Erect On Demand. We're going to cover what you get, so the course modules, the parts and the bonuses. We'll give you an in-depth review of the course and the bonuses. And we're going to talk about whether or not the system lives up to the promises in the video and the marketing. Okay, so what is the Erect On Demand program? Well, it's an ebook that's focused on giving you a natural solution to combat erectile dysfunction, or ED as it's commonly known. Okay, so erectile dysfunction is referring to not being able to get or maintain an erection. Now it talks about the root causes of ED and how the key to long-term sexual satisfaction is addressing these causes and not simply treating the symptoms. It gives you the recipe for the author's boner brew, which he claims eliminated his ED. If you haven't heard of his boner brew, that's the main thing that he talks about in his video sales letter, and we're going to talk about that later on. And the book also covers other options that you may want to consider, so it's weighing up the pros and cons of things like supplements and surgery to treat ED. So who is Joshua Harding, the creator of this program? Well, for privacy reasons, Josh Harding is a pen name that the creator uses. As he says in the video, he doesn't want to be known as the boner brew guy, so we don't have a picture of him. It's not his real name. He's doing this to protect his privacy. He's a 58-year-old history professor, and he suffered from erectile dysfunction, which impacted his marriage until he found a cure on a trip to Peru. That's where he found his boner brew cure. And since trying it and implementing it and perfecting that recipe, he says that he now has a much better relationship because he can easily maintain erection. So his sex life with his wife is much better and his relationship is much better. Here's our verdict of this program, and we're going to start with the bad. Now, one thing is, it includes some advice which is wrong and should not be followed as it's potentially dangerous. So to find out what that is, then read the written review underneath this video and we go into more detail on what that is. Now it downplays one possible cause of erectile dysfunction and it doesn't mention some others, so it's very focused on one cause while neglecting some other areas. Okay, now what about the good? Well, unlike a lot of other advice out there, it's not focused on treating the symptoms, it aims to fix the main problem. It focuses on natural solutions which are ideal as there's less risk involved and they're much cheaper. It also gives you the exact recipe for the boner brew and it'll be fairly cheap and easy to make. Now here's our bottom line recommendation, and you can see that we've given this an overall rating of 7 out of 10. So it's worth checking out this product if you suffer from ED. If you don't want to be reliant on potentially harmful drugs or surgery, then this is also a good option. It also covers increasing penis size, pleasing women in bed, and improving your sexual stamina. Now, no single solution is going to work 100% of the time for everyone, so you need to find what works for you. So the best thing you can do is try it and find out whether or not this solution is going to be the right one for you. Who is Erect On Demand a good fit for? Well, for guys who suffer from erectile dysfunction who want to treat the root cause of the problem. It's particularly going to be helpful for men where the cause of ED is more likely to be physical rather than mental. And if you're not sure whether or not that's you, then here's a simple test you can do. So, can you get and maintain an erection when you're by yourself? If you can't, it's most likely a physical problem that you have. If you can, but you struggle when you're with a woman, then it could be a mental issue that you have. And for anyone who is currently treating this problem with drugs that wants to try a natural alternative. So who is the program not a good fit for? Well, it's obviously not a good fit for guys who don't suffer from any form of erectile dysfunction whatsoever. If you don't suffer from ED, you don't need this program. And for men who have trouble performing when with a woman, but have no erectile trouble otherwise, for example watching porn. So if you have no issues whatsoever when you're by yourself, when you're watching porn, then it's not likely a physical problem, and this book is focused on the physical. So this solution probably isn't going to be for you. Alright, now let's take an inside look at the members area for Erect On Demand. Okay, so the first thing you're going to see when you complete your order is this thank you page, and the reason we're taking a look at this is where you can download your bonuses. So you can see here, bonus content. Click here to claim your bonuses. So it's 5 PDF documents. When you click on that button, it's going to download it into a zip file for you. Okay, so you want to download that, and then underneath that, you're going to have the option here to log into the members area. So when we click on that, it's going to take us over to the members area. So what you're going to see is the Erect On Demand ebook. Okay, it's a PDF file. Click on here to download it. It's going to download, open it up. And this is a book. So you can see here it's 127 pages. Take a quick scroll through it. See the content page, it's pretty nicely laid out. It's simple to use. Okay, there's no real need to go through this. I'm sure you've all seen an ebook before. Okay, so back here in the members area, it's very simple, it's very bare. That's all you can do. You can download the ebook. Up here, you'll see Testo Truth and In and Info. These are two programs that you'll have the option to purchase after purchasing Erect On Demand. So they're outside the scope of this review. They're upsell programs that perhaps you want to buy. Up to you whether or not you want to do that. We're not reviewing those here. So that's it, guys. That's the members area. There's not really much to take a look at there. It's very basic. Okay, so in terms of what you get, it's very simple. You get the PDF ebook. Okay, so one Erect On Demand ebook. That's what you get. Now, in terms of the bonuses, they're all PDF reports. So there's a few different things here. One is Tighten Stamina. So this is all about how to have better sexual stamina, how to last longer in bed. Get instant orgasm, so obviously how to give the woman better orgasms. Text her panties off, so that includes some different texts that you can send the girl to get her sexually excited. 17 innocent words that make her horny. So that gives you some common words that you can include in your conversation that's going to get her aroused. And then Mr. Big, simple exercises to a supersized member. So it's all about, making your penis bigger. Full disclosure, none of these bonus products are amazing. They're all fairly short, fairly simple. I didn't find anything there that was groundbreaking or revolutionary. A little bit disappointing compared to what other bonus programs sometimes are. So there's nothing amazing there, but they're bonuses, they're for free, so don't expect too much and you won't be disappointed. Now let's talk about whether or not the course is legit and if it's effective. So it has research studies and science to back up the anecdotal evidence that this will work for some men. However, because the causes of ED vary, it's not possible that one single solution will work for everyone. So the book presents you with a few different options that you might want to try. Now, I have no personal experience myself with trying the boner brew, as I don't suffer from ED, so I can't take it and check the results and tell you how well it worked for me. I imagine it's going to work really well for some people and not as well for others, so you would need to try it and see how well it works for you. So for effectiveness, we've given this a 6 out of 10. How easy is it to actually put the program into practice? Well, there's nothing complicated for you to learn or try here. Everything is laid out in enough detail to make this simple to use. Depending on where you live, some of the ingredients might not be as easy to come by, but if that's the case, everything can be found online without any hassles. And most of the stuff you'll find in supermarkets or health food shops. If you live in like a really small town where they don't have the health food shops, you might find it more difficult. But in that case, just buy it online, it's not a problem. Now, to get the best results, Harding says you should drop some weight if you're obese, and it may require some minor lifestyle adjustments. So he says the bone and brew should work for everyone, but you're not going to get as good results if you're really overweight, okay? And if you're a smoker, he says you're also going to have a lot of problems, because smoking is one of the leading causes of ED. So in that case, he says you're going to have to give up smoking. If you're a heavy drinker, he suggests ways that you can cut back. It doesn't say you have to stop drinking, but there's parts of the program where you need to take a look at your lifestyle and see if it's causing any damage. So some people might find this a little bit harder at first, but in the end it's going to be worth it. So for ease of implementation, we've given it an 8 out of 10. How original is this? Will you find it elsewhere? Well, I haven't come across another resource that recommends this exact blend of ingredients for treating ED. Most advice tends to be geared towards drugs, and this is more unique in promoting a natural alternative. There's other things discussed in the book, such as becoming a better lover and increasing penis size. However, none of this is particularly in-depth or all that original. So for innovativeness, we've given it a 7 out of 10. what is the product experience like? Well, as we saw before in the members area, it's very basic. All you have the option to do is download an ebook. Now the book is well written enough and simple to read and easy to understand. So in terms of going through the program, it's an easy experience. You won't have any problems there. It's a ClickBank marketplace product. So that means the program is sold on ClickBank. They have a 60-day guarantee, so you can try it out. And if it's not for you, you have 60 days in which you can get a refund. They have fantastic customer support, so if you have any issues with anything, get in touch with them and they'll get back to you very quickly. So for packaging and customer service, we've given this a 6 out of 10. Now, is the program good value for money? Well, the cost is $49. That's a one-time payment. There's no rebills. There's not a lot of value here in the bonuses offered, so they're not great. But if you try out the main program and it works for you, then you'll save a lot of money over the long term in comparison to what you pay for drugs or other options like surgery. So potentially this could be saving you a lot of money in the long term. So for value for money, we've given it a 7 out of 10. Now, does the system live up to the video and the marketing? So some of the promises that are made in the video is that there's this bone and brew that he discovered in Peru that's going to give you rock hard erections, and it could be made for about 30 cents. And it also says that anxiety doesn't cause your ED, and it's the fact that you can't get an erection that's causing your anxiety. So does the system live up to the video and the marketing? Now, the effectiveness of the brew will vary for each man, so you'll need to try it and see if it works for you. However, it is going to cost more than 30 cents for all the ingredients. I don't know where that number came from, but you're going to have to buy a number of different things and then blend it all together. So you're not going to be able to purchase all these things for 30 cents. It's not expensive to get these things, but it's not going to be 30 cents. And the other thing is that for some guys, their ED is a mental issue, not physical. So dismissing anxiety as a cause, it's not giving you the complete picture. So if that's the case for you, you have a lot of sexual anxiety, then this program, which is treating physical symptoms, isn't really going to fix that anxiety that you have. So you're not going to get great results with this, most likely. So here's a recap of our review, the good, the bad, the bottom line. You can see we've given it a 7 out of 10, so we consider it to be very good. And it's a program that we think is going to help a number of guys. So if you're interested in trying it out and seeing how well this solution works for you, then all you need to do is click on this button here, go to Erect On Demand. That's going to take you to their sales page, and from there you can purchase the program. If you haven't made up your mind yet about whether or not it's going to be a good option for you, then read the rest of the written review. So we go into more detail here on some of the things underneath the video you're watching now. We cover some extra things we haven't talked about here in this video. A couple of the negative things that I mentioned before that potentially could be dangerous. We need to explain that here in the written part, so you definitely want to read that. And some of the other things that it talks about, such as the increasing penis size and things like this, how effective that is. We talk about this here in the written review. So check that out, guys. You can read our bottom line recommendation. If you think that this is something that you want to check out, again, just click on this button, go to Erect On Demand, and you can purchase the program. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions on it, then feel free to send them to me. It's jackson@datingskillsreview.com. That's it, guys. If you do check out this program, then I wish you all the best of luck with it in getting your sex life back on track.